It says you are live, so we're going live. We got stogies, and we got bourbon, Woodford Reserve Double Oaked, one of my favorite go-to bourbons. So, how's the sound, everybody? Everybody can see me with my green screen here. Got the Woodford in the background. We're going to be pulling some people in, having an hour-long discussion about bourbon, and I don't know, maybe we'll drink some scotch. We'll probably drink some scotch. We'll definitely drink some scotch. So, yeah, I have a little dram poured here of my favorite bourbon glass. So, folks, if you'll join me, go ahead and pour something delicious. If you're outdoors, it's nice enough. Light up a stogie. It's beautiful here. But, of course, we got the green screen set up indoors. But let me just get myself ready for the festivities. Okay, that's nice. All right. Daily Dram Montreal, Sean Kincaid. Thanks for joining, boys. Clay, getting older by the minute, says, oh, what's up, heathens? Yeah! Okay, so this is exciting. Got the regular crew in here. Always fun. I'm going to pull in. I got someone in the waiting room here in the lobby. And Soupy's going to come in for a little bit. And I do believe he has some Woodford Reserve tonight as well. And we're both smoking a Romeo and Juliet. Super exciting. Chelsea's here as well. Chelsea Carnage. Wait, is it Colson? Oh, it's Colson again. Oh my. Rob V60. What is up? I also have a little bourbon sample here that I'll be drinking later, and I'm actually really excited about it. It's an Old Forester birthday bourbon. So, super secret. Very exciting. So, shall we pull Soupy in? Soupy, can you give me a thumbs up if you're ready? Soupy's ready. We're going to pull him in. We're going to see what he's got to say about the bourbon and the stogies. Here we go. Bringing in Soupy. Boom. Soupy, how are you?
Hey, brother. Doing good.
Wow, your sound is great.
Good. Yeah. I'm just stored away in the famous cigar lounge, the West End Cigar Lounge, aka
Looks
my
good.
garage. Yeah.
Looks
very
good.
Nice mild weather here, raining. So it is raining. We had snow the other day. It was horrible.
Yeah, it was a random snowstorm here just a couple days ago. During Lacheg week, as a matter of fact, it was 17 degrees, and then boom, random snowstorm, and it snowed for like a day, and then it was blowing snow that hurt my face.
Yeah,
it was
awful.
It was irritating.
It was more irritating than it was at 25 degrees a couple weeks back, and people were jogging, and people were in the snow and taking out their winter tires and putting their summer tires and their patio furniture. And then it was a big slap in the face with like, ha ha ha, you thought you were over winter. Fuck you. No.
100%.
Fuck you. We're going to give you, you thought in April was a good idea to put your patio furniture and do some barbecuing. No.
The cigar, man, out on the patio, out on the deck. And I was like, man, this is awesome. And then
people
2
were
days
jogging.
later, it was like a feet of snow. I was like, 1 foot of snow, 2 feet of snow.
People were like frantically, should I put my winter tires back on? I don't know what to do. Oh, you got a beautiful, Romeo and Juliet. That's classic. So, you were smoking the Petite Corona, I'm mistaken. And I am smoking the Short Churchill, which is the equivalent of a Robusto.
We've been experimenting with different ways to light, different ways to
Yeah,
cut as well. So I'm going to demonstrate that again here tonight.
yeah.
And just for simplicity's sake, I'm going to use my torch instead of the
Cedar sticks. Yeah,
heater. Yeah, if I was by myself having a nice cup of coffee or something, I'd probably, do the cedar because it would last longer, it'd be different, right? So we talked about not cutting it
yeah,
and torching it first.
yeah. And again, it's unless you're super into cigars, you're not gonna get a huge impact. But what all it's doing is you're getting the first virgin draw before you right after you light it. So, when you light it after you cut it and you're smoking it, you're getting all that before it's fully lit. You're getting all the draws and you're not really paying attention. So as you're lighting it, no smoke is going through the cigar, and it's not really lighting it up. So that when the cigar is nice and evenly, perfectly lit, and then you cut it, that's when you're going to get your first pure draw, and it's just going to be an even draw. So your first draw is going to be the most even draw versus trying to get draws where it's half lit and you're
I like a
getting
nice deep V.
yeah.
Some people like to just skim the cap, and that's okay, but I
I've
prefer
been
a deep.
I've been doing the cross, which is the double V.
So again, to me, this is purely ritualistic.
Yeah,
I don't get any flavor differences, noticeably, but it's fun. It's part of the
you just
ritual.
you're getting that ability to you're not over puffing the cigar before it's fully lit. That's essentially what it is. So, what do you know about the double oak versus the traditional Woodford? So it's double oak, meaning it's been a double barrel. So
I think the second barrel is charred, heavily charred, or something. I don't even know. I didn't brush up on anything. I was hoping everyone could tell us. Really.
well, I feel
Yeah.
like it can't be bourbon at that point because it's not virgin oak. It needs to be American virgin oak to be considered bourbon. So it has to be two virgin oak barrels.
Well, heavily charred.
Yeah, but that would not be. Well, I guess it could be virgin oak
Yeah.
heavily charred.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can't be used
Hello,
with
Canadian
another.
Whiskey Smith, Peter White, Ben the Demon Hunter,
Oh,
Mario. Hello.
Mario. Hey, Mario,
Yeah.
my brother-in-law.
Soupy is just kind of giving us a rundown on the stogies and what we're doing here with lighting. And for those of you who don't know, we're drinking Woodford Reserve Double Oaked. So, can you tell us what's Double Oaked? Here's Chelsea, of course. Chelsea knows. Boom. Both virgin oak. One is light toast, and then finished in heavily charred.
There we
Heavily
go.
charred. Makes a difference
Yeah.
because this is my number one go-to bourbon that I keep around the house. I like
Great
to
bourbon.
have the one-off picks here and there that we get from the different stores, Wine and Beyond, in Calgary, Co-op and stuff. But double oaked, I don't know, something I like sipping on, sitting out on my deck, smoking a stogie, right?
Mm. Great. It's a great bourbon.
Yeah, I like it. It's attainable and it's available. It's not inexpensive, but it's well worth the money because I keep going back. And I do believe Sean named it Whiskey of the Year when it comes to bourbon. So
Yeah, you're gonna pay about $20 more than the standard Woodford Reserve. This is here, at least in Ontario. It's about $68. whereas the standard is about 47, 48. So, you're paying for that extra effort of double oaking it, putting the extra time in it. So it's good.
Well,
It's worth it.
whatever, man. Because
Refined it.
that extra little bit of time really worth it to
Softens
me.
it.
I love it, man. I just love
Yeah.
it.
I find it really softens it up.
Steve from Park Whiskey Society was the guy that turned me on to this and said, basically, you must try this, right?
Yeah.
And I did, and I
Now,
really enjoyed it.
Woodford Reserve is well known for putting out their master collection every year. So every year they put out a specialty cast, whether it's a 4-wood or a blend of some sort. So they put on their sort of experimental cast, which is I had a 4-wood, which was port, sherry, and Woodford Reserve. So it was a 4-wood. So getting away from the bourbon, because now once you get into sherry wood and all that, and I think you're getting away from the traditional bourbon.
Don't even get me talking with sherry, okay?
Yeah, I know you love the sherry.
Yeah. All the roll.
You love sherry.
Steve, by the way, to answer your question, I'm going to try to keep up on the comments too, Soupy, as we go.
I don't see them.
A couple folks had mentioned that sometimes the chat gets away and we don't get to keep up. So we're going to definitely try to keep on that for y'all. So Steve, Ty's been working. He was on days and nights. Barely even see the guy. And hopefully his schedule will be a little more relaxed soon. And we'll get Ty back here as well. And someone said something about Old Forester curb stomping Woodford Double Oak. That's hilarious. Okay, but we save the comedy for Ty. Ty's the comedian. Woodford Double Oak leaps and bounds above the Old Forester 1910 as far as I'm concerned, but that's just me. Just me. We're just joking. But I would agree with Sean. I would have to take the WDO over that one. What do you think, folks? We want to know.
Yeah. I want to know what everybody's drinking. I want to know what everybody's drinking tonight so far.
That brings the morbid into it. I'm alive. It's very dark. Yeah, what are you guys drinking, folks?
Yeah. Is it bourbon? Is it whiskey? Is it Irish whiskey? Scotch?
Yeah, because we also have some famous grouse. We bring the famous grouse on often and talk about it often. I try to spread the good word, because it's consistent, reliable, delicious, and inexpensive. So
now the naked grouse is something special because of the blend. Now the blend is stellar. The naked grouse.
What can you tell us?
So we got Macallan. We got Macallan, Parkwood, not Parkwood. Why am I got a blank now. Parkwood, not Parkwood. Why do I keep saying Parkwood? No. Fuck, I have a blank.
Highland Park.
Why have a Parkwood? I kept saying Parkwood.
You have been drinking heavily.
No, not yet. And that's terrible. Highland Park, Macallan, and there was a third one, which is Gruttons. I always forget the third.
Could be Glen Roth's.
Is it Glen? It's a Glen for sure. Glen Groth.
It's
Glen
malt. So that's the thing. It's malt. There's no other grains in it. It's sherry. So I rather enjoy it as a regular dram. You can get it for about $50, and then sometimes you can get it for like $40. So
Glen Tarrant is the third. Do you know Glen Tarrant?
Glen Turret, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know Glen Tarrant very well.
Glen Roth's to me is wet dog whiskey. I like Glen Roth's in blends much more than I like it on its own.
Yeah, I tend to agree with that. But what about Glen Tarrant as its own? Glen Tarrant. Is it great? on its own?
I think it's great. I actually opened one on a talk show on Fort McMurray here just a couple days ago.
Okay.
And it's bottled in 2007, and it's completely amazing. Oh, wait. Someone talked about my precious Smoky Black.
I have not had that yet.
Oh, get it, dude. It's a cheap grain. It's beautiful.
Unavailable here. Just will get it.
Smoky Black's not man. That's available.
It's that. Well, no, not here in Ontario, and nor is Ruby Cast anymore. It's an abomination. It's an abomination.
Oh.
You couldn't even find Naked Grouse here in Ontario. I had to go to the Quebec side to get it. It was terrible. Ontario has to shape up on their whiskey selection.
Well,
I mean, you saw the picture I sent you. It was horrid when I sent you that was the. I mean, what we had 6 different choices in terms of premium scotches. It's something that's shameful here in Ottawa.
Rob, I would disagree. Ruby Cask is worth it to me. Ruby Cask to me for $35. Yeah, I bought a case. I loved it.
I would choose Naked Grouse over Ruby Cast only because
yes, I would too.
I get tired of the Ruby Cast. It's nice, but I would get bored of it. Whereas the Naked Grouse, you can drink it as a go-to whiskey all day and all night. God, that Woodford double is
famous
really
Grouse, he says at this point. But see, I disagree. I would rather spend the extra $5 and get that Ruby. I just love that little bit of sweetness that it gave to the grain. I just really enjoyed it. I had some from Scotland that was old, and then from Ontario that was new. And the stuff from Scotland really blew the other one out of the water. We did it blind as well, just to be sure, of course. And it was obvious. I can't exactly remember which was which, but they say it's the same juice, but the slightest variation would change it, of course. But we thought there was a pretty big difference.
Now, I will go back to the double oak because I haven't had the double oak before. And I'm a big Woodford Reserve as a go-to bourbon. And I got to tell you, it is fantastic. It's if you're wondering to spend the extra $20 or not, I say go for it because it's gonna be awesome. If you're contemplating to spend the extra $20, totally do it. It is if you're a Woodford Reserve person, if you're a fan of Woodford Reserve, I would say totally go for it.
Do it.
I see you were occupied a little bit.
Yeah, Canadian Whiskey Smith.
Kirkland
Drinking
23.
bourbon, talking malts. We are at the Whiskey Heathens World Headquarters where anything goes. And there's like bourbon, surrounded by bourbon, #bourbons. And here we are, man, talking about famous Grouse. It seems to always happen. I can't stop talking about Grouse. It's so cheap.
Famous Grouse is so good. It's great. You know what? I've got for later. I picked up a bottle of this, which you haven't had yet.
No. Oloroso.
The Oloroso. And we know Josh loves Oloroso. Cherry butts and Oloroso. So this is going to be something I'm going to try a little later and give thoughts on. But
Rob says every expression of Grouse that he tried is worth every penny. I couldn't agree more. I have some stupid weird Grouse in there, man. Always delicious.
Yeah, but the thing is, here's the thing with Grouse. Once you have Naked Grouse or port,
take care.
Once you have port or Naked Grouse or Smoky Black, I don't think it's hard to go back to just the standard Grouse expression.
I agree.
Can you go back? What's the point? There's such a small difference in price. I'd rather get the port Grouse or the Naked. So the Naked Grouse is a little bit more expensive. How much is the? How much more is the Smoky Black?
Smoky Black's $35, man. $40.
So you're never gonna go back to once you get into the
No, I
other
agree. I
expressions.
agree.
It's hard. Why would you go back?
I agree. Oh man, I can smell that from here. Wow. Oh, okay. I gotta bring up a picture of what I'm drinking here for y'all.
Is it the Old Forester?
Yeah, Soupy, go back to the double oak. What kind of notes are you getting in the double oak?
Oh, the notes. Oh my God. Oh, a little bit of dark chocolate.
Definitely.
Lot of some dark, some lot of cedar, a lot of dusty.
I don't think this one I'm looking
Charred.
at. So you're a
Yeah.
fan, Soupy, right? And you'd buy this again and again, would you not?
Oh yeah, no, 100%. As a bourbon, 100%. You know, when you're talking about compared to Scotch, it's very difficult to compare a bourbon to Scotch. They're two different. Because Scott, we've spoken about this a million times. Bourbon is like this. Scotch is like that, right? It's everywhere. Bourbon is sort of on a steadfast train. Yeah, you're gonna get your high end bourbons. You're gonna get your expressions that are a little bit more elaborate, some wild flavor profiles. Small batch guys doing a bit of experimentation, but they're very constrained, right? With bourbon, you're very limited on how to be considered bourbon. You're extremely limited on how far you can go. First of all, you got to be 51% corn. So right off the bat, you're limited to 51% corn.
Yeah, it's hard to get a hell of a lot of variation anyway, right?
You got to be an American virgin barrels, right? So right off the bat, American, no French, no Irish, no nothing, no Guinness barrels, nothing. And then you got to go on virgin, so there's no aging the barrel in sherry barrels or wine Bordeaux or anything like that. And then you've got to have at least 43% ABV. So all the angel casks, goodbye. You can't be 40%.
That's good. I like that a lot. Has anyone had the Old Forester birthday bourbon? I got to find out which one this is. Super secret. I will not disclose where I got this.
Now, I think Old Forester, is that not a Buffalo Trace family? Am I correct in saying Old Forester, or am I totally wrong on that?
I have no idea. I don't know anything about bourbon at all.
Yeah, it's produced by Brown Forman.
Do I know anyone who knows a lot about Brown Forman?
Yeah, Brown Forman produces, I think, Jim Beam. John Roth is under. Yeah, Brown Forman. I think they run Jim Beam, or they represent Jim Beam and Bullets and things. I really want. Oh well, Rob says he really wants to try the double oak, and I say do it, 100% do it. Spend the extra 20 bones, and get it.
Cool. Okay, so that's the one. I don't want to show you who sent me this, but I'm gonna try to. It's a super secret sample. So I tried to bring it up here, but I can't get the image. It's just there, and I can't do anything with it.
Show it on your phone.
And when I tried to put it as the background, it won't save. So I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Well, you're not the tech guy. Ty is, right?
Yeah, man. Here, what about this one? This one's cool. Let's try this. Oh, geez. The picture's gone. Everything's ruined.
Well, Sean says Old Forester and Woodford Reserve are the same mash bill, same producer. So there you go. That's why you like it.
Cool. Yeah, I only know a very limited amount of things about save him about bourbon.
We're gonna have to do a cross with some Americans who just drink bourbon and then get their opinions of bourbon, get their knowledge of bourbon, because the Americans, they do love their bourbons.
I know a lot of people who really loves bourbon. Let's try. Okay, let's try. Here it is. Overall, very good. Okay. Set as background. Let's try this, everybody. Boom. Here it is.
There it is. Oh, yes. There you go. I've seen that bottle before.
Here's the notes, right? Nose, palate, finish, oaky. This is the one that I'm drinking right now, Soupy.
Okay. Why? So value only 3 out of 5. Wow.
I don't know. Bourbon. I don't know how much this is. I have no idea, but I really enjoyed it a lot.
Okay. What's the ABV on? No. Oh, no ABV on the bottle?
No, I have no idea. This is 2020, Peter.
Okay.
I like that. It's very.
What's your guess on the ABV? 46, 44? It's not a cask strength, is it?
I don't know, man. It's up there, but it's very refreshing.
Well, I will tell you right away. You said it's a 2020?
Yeah.
Okay. Old Forester. Okay.
Can't find it?
No, I can.
Yeah, I don't want to say. I think I've seen it earlier, and I feel it would be cheating. So.
Okay.
Let's see here. See what we can find.
It's 49%.
49%. Okay. So yeah, this is delicious.
Yeah. So close to a cask strength. Yeah. 49%. Would you consider it a cask strength? Close to borderline cask strength?
No idea. Cask strength just means it was poured out of the barrel, no water.
No, but ABV 50%. You're teetering on cask strength.
Well, I have Brook-Laddie's in there to 70%, right? But I feel what you mean. Limited retail, some bottles for about $175 to $200. Wow, cool! This is high class bourbon. It's delicious. I like it a lot.
Oh, 72% corn and 18% rye, 10% malt barley. So 72% also 18% rye and 10% barley. 40. Nice.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
okay.
to the person who sent me. Sorry, go ahead.
I say you got the sample, yeah? You got one sample?
Well, I got some.
Or you got the whole bottle? Oh, you got 8.
Yeah. To the person that sent me this, you know very much who you are. Cheers. Thank you so much. Delicious.
Very nice.
I'm not supposed to say who sent it to me. It's super secret.
It's secret. All right. So what are we? So you're on there. Are we going on to the net? Are we moving on, or are we staying with? What are you drinking?
I'm drinking birthday bourbon.
No, I know that.
But I'm going to finish this one and then move into the Naked Grouse. I'll probably end the evening with that. I got about 40 minutes left to my little stogie here.
I don't know how I like it. It's a twist off. It's a crack bottle.
Yeah.
No I don't know if I love that. No cork.
Eh,
Eh.
I feel you, man. Like popping
I
that
do
cork.
love the cork. I do
That's
love the
part of the
cork, right?
ritual too, right? That is all part
Okay.
of the fun, man.
Wow.
So, folks, we've already said it, but tell us what's in your glass tonight. What are you drinking? If you're smoking, tell us what are you smoking tonight? We're smoking Romeo and Juliet.
Yes.
Mm. Yep. That's lovely. That is lovely. I heard there's a label change coming about on the famous grouse, Naked Grouse.
Oh, nice.
Mm.
Okay. No marketing, branding.
I don't know if it's true. I can't remember now where I heard it. Oh, I'm just looking at the old Forester picture. Yeah. So I do not have much left to this old Forester. So I'm going to start thinking about definitely pouring a famous grouse.
Mm.
We've been talking about famous grouse. Might as well do it, right?
No, I'm just taking a little dip into the writer's tears. Nice sherry.
So
Nice nose.
I don't know, man. I'd be interested to see what that one was all about. Oloroso sherry, right?
Yeah, no, it's so yeah, you got sherry butts and Oloroso cask. So lots of sherry on the nose, huge sherry. Mm. Nice dry finish. Dry fruit. Yeah, you'll like
I'm
it.
surprised that you bought that.
I bought it because the minute that it said Oloroso, I had to have it.
Yeah, but you're like trying to get away from that sherry a little bit, right?
Fair enough, but I've been seeing a lot of posts on Writers Tears, a lot of posts, and I was hesitant to get into Writers Tears,
Yeah.
but I've been seeing a lot of positive posts on them, and a lot of people talking about how great of an Irish whiskey. And to be clear, it's an Irish whiskey, so it's not a Scotch; it's an
Yeah.
Irish whiskey. And a lot of people, I think, shit on Irish whiskey being cheap, and there's some phenomenal gems out there in terms of Irish whiskey.
There are.
The Irish do know their whiskey. So I will tell you that it is and it's not, it's $65 here, so totally reasonable,
Yep.
and not totally. The nose is all sherry, smooth, easy to drink. It's an easy bottle kill. You can sit and drink this over ice, straight up. Um, it by the campfire kind of whiskey, easy with
Whatever
friends.
you see fit, eh?
Yeah, and so the Red Tears is my least favorite Sean Kincaid of the whole line, and is the only single malt in the range. Okay, so Sean is not a fan of the.
Okay, interesting. Sean, tell me why.
And it's the only single malt in the range. Interesting. Mario says I love Irish. I love it. I love Irish too. Irish is great.
Naked gross time.
No. Now, just for context, Mario is also my brother-in-law, and so sending him my love, brother. Hope you're enjoying something. What does Mario have in his glass tonight? I bet it's monkey shoulder.
Yeah, so I just asked
read-
everybody what's in their glass. Let's take a quick run back here now, and we'll see. So Ben says tea and Elijah Craig small batch. Clay's drinking AD Rattery Cask Isla Sherry Edition. Nice. Peter's good Cuban. What else? What else are we drinking? Maker's Mark 101 for Rob. Famous Grouse Naked Grouse for Steve. Still letting it breathe. Was curious if that would do anything on this dram. What else? Never had a Famous Grouse, Peter. Get yourself the Naked Grouse. And I think that's where you should... No, I'm sorry. The Smoky Black. Start there. It's just a step up from the regular Grouse.
Yeah, I haven't had the Smoky Black, so I
Sean
can't.
says Naked Grouse is changing bottle and name. Tell us more, Sean. What do you know about that?
Inside information. I love it.
Yeah, it looks like Ben's having a family night, so that's okay.
What the hell does that mean?
Family movie night? I don't know, whatever the hell they want to watch. None of my business.
Yeah, but he's in on here while he's having a family night, so that's a bit awkward.
Well, that makes sense. This is the Whiskey Heathens.
Yeah.
That's how
Is he bringing his family online, or is he drinking Scotch with his family? What's going on with Ben?
Yeah, Sean, what do you know about the Famous Grouse? Is Famous Grouse Highland Park and McKellen? Yes, it is.
And Glenn Tarrant.
Ben says, Josh, who's the guest? So this is Jeffrey Supino. We call him Jeff. What can you tell us? We do not call him Jeff.
You've never have called me.
That's an inside joke.
You've never called me. I don't think anybody's ever called.
No, remember,
I think
he
you
signed
need
in
to
as
tell.
Jeffrey Supino one time. We were all just
once.
like, who the hell?
It was a mistake. It was a horrible mistake because Ty never let me. Who's this Jeffrey? Jeffrey. Yeah,
So
he never let. I live in Ottawa and I drink whiskey, so that's all you need to know about me because that's the most important thing. And I don't like to talk about myself. I hate talking about myself. I like other people talking about myself because they do a better job about it.
Why don't you tell us what your Instagram handle is?
Buzzed Monkey is my Instagram, and I do love to connect with people who love whiskey, cigars, food, life, anything. So look me up. If you're new to whiskey or cigars, I will happily guide you, as I've been guided myself by a lot of people before me. And I'm always happy to take time to introduce anybody to cigars, Scotch, whiskey, wine, food, anything. Have a great conversation on anything. So don't be shy. Add me, as long as you're not some psycho or a bot or some weird person trying to steal my Instagram.
There's a lot of those out there.
Fuck, isn't there? Those fuckers who try to hey, we want to market. We're looking for people to be our ambassadors, and then they're scammers. Yeah. Holy fuck.
Peter says he was watching without remorse, but this notification popped up. So here you are with the Whiskey Heathens. We highly appreciate that. And folks, if you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that like button. And as a quick recap, we were drinking Woodford Reserve Double Oak. Delicious. Everybody go ahead.
Clay from Lowland, BC, send me that he's smoking this tonight. Clay from...
Nice.
I don't know if Clay's watching, but he's smoking Diaz Gloria Nicaragua.
Birthday bourbon.
Yeah, and we like Nicaraguan cigars. We've been smoking Mombacho cigars a lot, and they're very good cigars.
Very good.
We just ordered some. I just ordered a batch.
Is that right? I enjoyed those
Mm.
quite a bit, actually. Quite a bit. Yep.
Well,
I
I
would
was
happily
ordering.
stock those.
Well, I'm ordering some vintage ones soon, so you will get to try some
Oh, you're too
vintage
kind, sir.
cigars.
Too kind, sir.
Mm. I did like the box that they now Mamacho that does a nice. They do a beautiful sampler pack of 4 cigars in a nice little wood box. If
Yeah,
anybody is
love it.
interested, Josh got a little sample of that for me, and I thought it was really nice presentation.
Who makes Shade? Shade is Drew Estate. Drew Estate, they do they do a lot of shit. I love Drew Estate. And my father cigars are it's just them,
Delicious.
isn't it? Isn't it just my father cigars?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
delicious. The Garcia family out in they're out of
Pipa,
Miami.
Pippin or Pippa or whatever.
Yeah, Pepe.
Yeah.
They're the Garcia family. I've spoken to them. They're out of Miami, and they're a lovely family, and they're they make a great line of cigars. The Bijou is considered one of their top line cigars.
I love my father. The judge, can't get enough of that.
The Maduro cigar is a very lovely cigar. Have you had the Maduro?
I'd have to double check.
The darker wrap Maduro
Actually, I'd have to see a
leaf.
picture.
Hmm?
'Cause I'd have to see a picture. I had one the other day that was dark, man. It was good.
Well, as long as Maduro wrap, you notice it's just almost black wrapping. It's so dark wrapping. Uh, I like Rob. Rob said that he quit cigarettes and not cigars. Well, that's probably a
Me too,
good
man.
bet on that.
Quit cigarettes
Yeah.
when I was like 27, 28. Not stogies, though. I still do smoke
So,
stogies.
it's God's plant.
The
Mm.
Underground Shade. Steve, Underground, those sun growns are good. The Maduro's good. All those Undergrounds are good, man. Same with my father. Any one. You can't go wrong, Steve. Man, you cannot go wrong. Drew Estate makes acid too and all that too, don't they?
Yeah. I haven't had a lot of cow. You like the cow cigars, eh? The COA cigars?
Yeah.
Cows? I don't know how to pronounce them.
I don't know either. It's
Cows?
good though.
Yeah. I'm not a
Rob
fan of
says, yeah, I'm not a
boy.
fanboy of celebrity endorsed whiskeys, but I'd love for you to review the Brothers Bond. Send me some more information and we'll get on that. We're a fan of celebrity endorsed whiskeys because some are good and some are not. That Slipknot stuff, it wasn't awful. I didn't hate it, but I'm not gonna rush out and grab it, right? I'm happy Ty got it and poured it for me. If I never drink it
Mm.
again, that's totally fine as well. But I didn't
Tell
hate it.
me, tell me, tell me your thoughts of the Gretzky whiskey. I
Oosh,
haven't
I
had
hated
it. Endorse the Gretzky whiskey 99 or whatever it is.
it. I did not care for that at all.
I
Not
see
at
it
all.
every day, and I don't buy it.
Yeah, Creekwater,
Um,
Sean. They're gonna end up getting Creekwater here in Fort Mac, so I'm gonna go grab.
what about the was it the Mitch? Have you had the
Yes, man.
Mitchins
Pass, man.
and Pass?
Michters?
Big Pass? Mitchins?
Michters?
Mitchins?
Mitchins.
Is it Mitchins or Mitchins? Yeah,
What do you whiskey?
Mitchins. Yeah, Canadian.
Michins? Oh,
Michtens or
oh, Mitchins. I don't know what that is, man.
uh,
I'm not familiar with that.
Mitch Owens or whatever they call it. Mitchins. Yeah, no,
Not sure.
it's
Not sure.
Canadian. I think so. It was in the Canadian. It's um, what Canadian whiskeys? 40 lot. You were talking about 40 lot. Yeah, 40 lot.
Lot 40.
Lot 40.
You have
Which
been
is
drinking soupy.
just a little bit. So no. Just tell me about the lot 40.
I don't know anything about Lot 40, man. I just know that they had they released batches of cask strength that I enjoy. The 12-year-old was the first one, and I loved it. And then the second one was okay. The third one was decent. But that's all I know. That's all I know. I don't know anything. I am Scotch, man.
So
Yeah.
let's get back to Scotch because we know Scotch. Naked Grouse. Naked Grouse. And for the record, you put me onto Naked Grouse.
Yeah.
You made me search for it, and I
put
thank you
everybody
for it.
on Naked Grouse.
Well, I think you should be a brand ambassador for Naked Grouse because it's a fantastic Scotch.
I think
And
Jeffrey and Cam are doing absolute fine jobs.
no,
They're more McKellen Highland Park anyway. More McKellen, really.
yeah. Oh, what a
Rob,
nose!
hold up. All right, folks, let's pose this question to the masses. Anyone and everyone, what's your favorite scotches? Your top 3 favorite scotches?
That's an impossible question.
Yeah, that's a tough question, man. I would say Lateg 42 just because of what it represents. I had a 1987 Bunnahabhain 26-year-old from Barry Bros, cast strength. I think it was 55.6, maybe, I don't know, 50 something. That was my 2 favorites. And a third, man, would be extremely difficult to narrow down. It's just those are 2 that really just stuck in my mind forever. But yeah, that's tough. If it were distilleries, it would be Tobermory Lacheg for sure. It would be Glenburgie for sure. And again, a third one would be, pretty tough to narrow down. Pretty
Wow.
tough. Top 2 is an easier question.
Lacheg is a great.
Yeah, top 3 is very difficult. Okay, let's change that up then now, Rob. You're obviously a beginner, you said. Not so obvious. It's okay not to know, right? But let's say top 3 beginner distilleries. You want to definitely take a stroll on over to Bunnahabhain and give their 12 a try, but it's going to be a little bit difficult to explore a broad range of Bunnahabhain sometimes. I would say start with Auchentoshan as a Scotch. Try the 12-year-old Auchentoshan. Try the American Oak. Try the 3-wood. Try the bartender's malt or whatever it is. Like you can dance around a lot of those and really kind of find something cool. Glengoyne is another one that you can kind of start low and move up, and then Glenfarclas you can start low and move way on up. But they're sherried, right? Auchentoshan, the American Oak, and then the Triple Wood, and then the 12-year-old. They're not all the same, but they're kind of similar distillery characters, so it shines through. So, man, give yourself some, or get yourself rather some Auchentoshan.
I would say get yourself a bottle of Deanston Virgin Oak to start right off the bat.
Deanston's another great one, man. Inexpensive.
Deanston as an entry level, you're gonna love it. And Deanston Virgin Oak at $49, you're not gonna go wrong. The Pinot Noir, which is on the higher end, phenomenal. decent Pinot Noir. Aberlour. The whole Aberlour line is fantastic.
I think I've decided my third favorite whiskey.
Did you?
It's a Bowmore from
Really?
Carnmore Celebration of the Cask, a black gold, I think it was. I just can't
Interesting.
remember. Yeah, I can't remember how old it was. 20-something years old.
I'm
Black as
surprised
a
you.
boot, man.
I'm surprised you didn't jump into the Campbellford kind of region and Springbanks and the
Hamilton? Yeah.
Campbellton with the Springbanks and the
Nah.
Glen Canici and all. No, you're not because you like that dusty sort of.
Yeah, I spent my time with Springbank, man, but I fell in love with like old Springbank, and I just find
Yeah.
it's not the same, man. It's so different today or something. I don't know what's going on, but I fell out of love
Okay.
with it. I have like 2 bottles of Springbank here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to have
And
like
you're
40.
a huge Glen Fargus fan, right?
Me? No, not really.
No, I thought you liked Glen Fargus.
Well, I mean, if you want to like start off, yeah, go with the range, but
Okay.
Glenfarclas not my jam so much, really.
Okay. So Lacheg for sure up there in number 1. You're Lacheg through and through.
Yeah, Lacheg's my favorite, and
I
Glenbergie's
do
my
love the
second
Lacheg.
favorite. Glenbergie, sorry.
How do you rate Lagavulins and Lafroids in there in your mix? Where do
I
they
love
rank?
them. I love them, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, I love the Frog. Love Lagavulin.
Lagavulin 8 is phenomenal.
Like it. I like the Lagavulin Game of Thrones. I love the Lagavulin 16, man. Classic, reliable dram. Right, the 12 that gets released, pungent and abrasive, astringent, delicious.
I'm waiting on the lore coming on shortly.
I think you're gonna love the richness. That rich
Yeah,
peat, man, is quite nice. Yeah, and you got
you
it for a
and you
smoking
and
hot deal. So
you and I have a very similar palate when it comes to. Well, you've guided me into the palate that I have, so I have a
oh,
very. Yeah,
good.
you
Let
did.
the
You did
judgment
guide
flow
me.
through you.
What's that?
Let the hate flow through you. Your hate has made you
Uh,
powerful.
no. You know what? You've guided me through
Hey, Gene.
the process getting away from traditional, caramel, sherry, and getting into more pungent and dusty and
Yeah.
you
I
know.
like the pungent. And Sean, I gotta jump right off what Sean's saying. He's never had a Balvenie that's ever impressed him. The 21 port, 21 Madeira just didn't hold up. Sean, I could change your mind, and I have a rare fucking Balvenie, man. That's perfect. It's perfect Balvenie. It's a 17-year-old new oak. It's perfect. But mostly other Balvenis I'm not so interested in. I do enjoy the 30-year-old, but the price is just too much.
Mm.
And some of the
Now,
tones are really nice as well, but not for the price, man. No. But Balvenie 17 New Oak, Sean. Man, when we can all get back together, we'll fucking crack one, man. I got a couple left. Oh, fuck. It's just unreal.
now the old Pulteney. I want to jump in for a second because the old Pulteney 12
Hold up. Hold up, though.
is beautiful.
Weren't we supposed to be talking about Woodford Double Oaked? So this came
We
up.
are.
Yeah, we start
We
off
did.
what the fuck ever. Yeah, just.
We went like this because
But
we
this
always
is.
go back to Scotch.
Yeah, I mean, even if we were all sitting around in a circle together and not on the interweb here, the conversation branches off. So
Let's go
it's super
back to the
fun.
Woodford. Let's go back to the
It's
Woodford
super
Reserve for
fun.
1 second because it is a great bourbon, and the Masters collections are great if you can get a hold of them. They are very pricey. So the Woodford Master collections run about $90 to $100 a bottle at a minimum, probably $125 some of them. If you can find a bottle of the 4 wood, which is 4 distinct barrels and wood, I would grab it, but it's impossible to find. Yeah, Woodford is a great bourbon, great old bourbon. But again, you know what? Bourbon is going to be limited, right? It's going to be limited in its range.
Yeah, it's
That's the problem with bourbon. You're going to get tired of bourbon quick.
So hold up now, folks. Hold up. Let's talk about Balvenie for a second here, okay?
Yeah.
I
love that you just.
Yeah, well, it's the whiskey heathens. We could talk about whatever the fuck we want. Chelsea says she loves the Caribbean cast as a regular go-to, also the double wood. So the double wood to me just was underwhelming for price these days, but back in the day it wasn't. It was about $140. So at around $140, the Balvenie 17, yes sir, delicious, love it. But the highest I've ever seen it, hey Gene, the highest I've ever seen it is $300. Can't do that. But I shied away from the Caribbean cast because I don't like rum so much. And my boss dropped by one day and he's like, here, man, here's a bottle of Scotch for you. And he gave me a Balvenie 14. And I cracked it and I poured it and it was delicious. And me and a friend drank the bottle in 2 days. So, yeah, it's very enjoyable. That 14, that is smooth. Smooth. Now, which whiskey made me fall in love with it? I'll come back to that. Same with you, Soupy. But I want to address what Rob says here. What are your thoughts on 1,000 thread count cotton sheets? I don't sleep on cotton sheets. I sleep on bamboo sheets, man. I do not fuck around.
Why are we talking about sheets now?
We have a California king-size bed. It's like an open prairie with the fans going. It's beautiful, man. So, yeah, I don't do cotton sheets.
What the? How did we get into cotton? I want to understand. How did we get into cotton sheets from whiskey? We've
Question was asked.
completely.
Question was
I
asked.
get it, but
yeah.
Okay. Well, this isn't HDTV, eh? We're not getting into cotton sheets versus bamboo sheets. What the?
That's because there's no comparison. Bamboo beats cotton every time, all day.
All right. What the? Where did we get into bamboo sheets to begin with? I do like bamboo sheets.
Fucking mauve, man. Okay. It's like silky purple. We don't fuck around, man.
All right. I want to know more about people's. I want to know about more people's opinion bourbon versus whiskey versus Scotch, because we're having this back and forth between Scotch and bourbon. And
here, let's do it. Raise your hand, folks. Who is for bourbon? Raise your hand.
I want to know hardcore. I want to hear who's a hardcore bourbon drinker versus Scotch.
Yeah, actually, just put it in. Don't raise your hand. We'll start over.
Yeah,
write it in. Bourbon,
right?
Or
Scotch.
No, you can't pick both. You must pick one.
Yeah, if you had to be sequestered for a Scotch, there we go. Clay's smoking a beautiful Nicaraguan cigar tonight. He sent me a message.
Sean.
Scotch.
Sean, the Dark Cloud. We're not talking Irish whiskey. You got to pick bourbon or Scotch, Sean. We're pretending Irish not a thing.
Yeah, Japanese, we'll get there.
Can't pick rye. There's no such thing as rye. There is only bourbon. There is only Scotch.
Yeah, all Canadian whiskey is rye anyway. So
Scotch takes it, obviously.
Bourbon. No. Eugene says number one bourbon.
Yeah,
Eugene. I want to know what Eugene's favorite bourbon is.
Yeah, Eugene.
That's what I want to know.
Favorite bourbon.
What is your go-to bourbon? And if you tell me Bullets, well, that'll be disappointing.
Ben says would like a Bona 18.
Okay.
Yeah, the Bona 18 is lovely. That's Oloroso. Delish. Love the Bona 18. It's expensive now. People are telling me it's
Yeah.
not, though. People were telling me I was incorrect on my pricing, so that's actually good to know.
Mario says Scotch. My brother-in-law, Mario, says Scotch. And he is right to say that.
The Smoke and Sea bourbon. I don't think so, Chelsea. Favorite
Y'all
bourbon,
try
Evan
the
Williams.
opium. No. Chelsea, where are you from? I want to know where Chelsea's from. She sounds Midwest Texas maybe? Alabama or
Calgary.
Texas? Calgary.
Yes, sir.
Y'all.
We say
Okay,
y'all
more
here.
bourbon. Oh, really? I was going to say, I thought she was American for a second.
Oh, Chelsea says
Drink
she's
more
starting to
bourbon.
get into Scotch more now. Ask you in a couple years,
Yeah.
and you're going to be like, Scotch, 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 Scotch. Click it all down into my belly.
EHT. Small batch. And is Eugene from, where are you from, Eugene? Do you know Eugene?
Yeah, Eugene's Fort Mac.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to give this another
Now,
purr.
Now the Weller 107. You've had the Weller, the antique.
Yeah, I like that one out of all the Wellers.
That's a great one. Yeah, that's a great one. We have a bottle of that. Weller 12. I haven't tried it yet. Eugene, I'd go with the Weller antique 107. It's
I
great.
didn't care so much for the Weller 12.
The 12. No, neither do I. It's mediocre at best.
6 live streams. I have no idea who's on live stream, Ben. Hope I'm not crashing someone's party.
Old Fitzgerald. Yeah.
Weller 12 is a great trade bottle. I couldn't agree more. Yep.
Yeah.
What is a good price for Weller Reserve? Rob, what market are you in? Because Weller Reserve here is $32, $35. Canadian.
Larceny. Okay, Calgary, yeah.
Yeah, so what market, Rob? Because I don't know what it's like around in the States and stuff, but it's cheap here. It's everywhere here. It goes on sale every holiday. 69 Canadian or American, Rob? Oh my God, don't say American. That's the green bottle, right?
Canadian. This Canadian dollar.
Oh, dude. Athens. So, yeah.
GA.
That's the States, right? We don't know what GA is, man. Georgia?
Georgia.
I don't know, man. No one ever taught me that.
USD.
Oh, $69 US. Oh, my God. That's unbelievable. 35
Hey, now.
Canadian here, man. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Georgia's on my mind. Hey, Georgia's got some good whiskey out there.
Crazy. Weller SR is meh at best. I disagree. For the price. Yeah, for $35, man, there's nothing wrong with Special Reserve. But for $70 US, I would not pay that. No way, not worth that. Nope.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. That's outrageous. I'm almost done this little stogie here too.
Okay.
I think I only got one puff left, and this is Dunzo.
That was a quick puff.
Yeah, it's only a little baby. Little baby. That was good. Yeah. On the shelf, $40 every day. Yeah. You can get it from 30 to 35 when it's on sale. Easy. Here in Fort Mac right now, it's $40. Edmonton, even cheaper. Yeah. Wow. That's so crazy, eh? That's why it's still there
Yeah.
for sure, yeah. Now, what whiskey made you fall into it? I want to go, everybody in the room. Which whiskey was the whiskey that just tipped the scales for you and it's like, I'm doing this? Because I had dabbled with, Johnny Walkers and Glenfiddichs, and I didn't know anything about it. And I just drank it playing chess and stuff and smoking stogies. We didn't know anything. And then one day I drank the Auchentoshan and the 12-year-old, and I really, really enjoyed it a lot. And then I bought an Auchentoshan, Brewood and a Lefroy, and that was it, man. Just got me rolling.
We should play some chess again. We should play some chess together.
Yeah, for sure. Steven says whiskey or scotch. Whatever, man. I drank Canadian whiskey for years, but I dabbled in scotch, not enough to know anything at all, just what got us drunk. And Auchentoshan and I would like to sip on. So Gene says Lagavulin 16 when he was 23. Sean says Glengoyne 12, Highland Park 12. So that's pretty cool. 40 Creek Heritage for Steven. And then the Bunnahabhain 25 kind of upped your scotch game, right, Steven? Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
I like the
12-year-old
Glengoyne. Glengoyne's a beautiful line. I love the Glengoyne 21.
Yeah, I do too. I like it a lot. The 25 delicious. Man.
I haven't had it though.
That 30-year-old Glengoyne. Ooh, man, that's good.
I haven't had past 21 yet.
Getting that water.
Woodford Reserve is really good.
It is, yeah. We're getting ready to round up the evening here pretty soon as well.
Yeah.
So, as a quick recap, everybody, as you see behind me, we were drinking Woodford Reserve, and we were smoking Romeo and Juliet cigars, and that's where we started the evening. I moved on to the birthday bourbon from whoever makes that, Old Forester. And then we went to Naked Grouse, and you had some Writer's Tears in there as well, right, Soupy?
Yeah. I had the Writer's Tears red, which is the Oloroso Sherry butt, which is delicious.
Peter, I can assure you my bourbon collection beats anybody on this live. There you go. Well, we don't usually have a competition, but it's kind of interesting to see how some people are just like bourbon, some people are Scotch, some people are Irish, and some people are like all of it. And me, man, I'm Scotch. I have like maybe three friggin' Irish, a dozen bourbons open. Yeah, not much.
Yeah.
Rob says
you'll try anything.
Was the first Scotch. Yeah, I'll try anything.
Yeah, you'll try anything, and you'll love anything. If it's good, you'll drink it.
Chelsea says someone made you try the Ardbeg Supernova, and it quickly made you take a hiatus from Scotch. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that for sure.
Ardbeg's a great line. I love the ON. The Ardbeg ON is really lovely.
I like Ardbeg.
Yeah.
Eugene, you want to compare our bourbon collections? Not mine. Maybe Peter, but not me. I don't know anything. I don't know anything about bourbon, man.
No, bourbon's
I have like
a
a dozen
different beast.
bourbon, like, literally. Yeah, Peter's your guy for that, I would think, Eugene. I just don't know, man. I have a couple here that's recommended, and that's it, really, honestly. And I don't
Daily
like
Dram.
when I finish a bourbon, I don't like try to replace the bourbon. I'll just replace it with whatever I'm interested in at the time. But yeah, I don't know enough about it.
Daily Dram Montreal says, which whiskey made you fall into it?
Daily Dram says, if I get French lessons, I could understand your opinion. Je parle français, petit peu.
I did get into the Montreal whiskey, which is an interesting whiskey. It's super young.
Yeah, I remember you
It's
telling me
only
about that.
5 years, brand new whiskey. It's a new. They make some gin and they make some whiskey, and their distillery out of Rosemont, Montreal, and it's a funky whiskey. It's very young and it's very gummy and young and grippy. But I think with age, it has some potential. So they're gonna. It's a whiskey to watch for.
Rob says most Islas he's tried are band-aidy as hell. Hey,
Yeah.
Ben Demon Hunter, how do you feel about a band-aidy whiskey? Tell me, because I don't mind.
Gummy.
I love that band-aid. Yummy, yum, yum.
Yum yum. Dusty.
Daily Dram says Montreal whiskeys don't have a future, so I'm not sure. I've never tried it. I wouldn't be able to really know.
All right.
Sorry, turn off the background there. Yeah, so yeah.
I think this is a good evening, so I think we're wrapping up. Yeah.
Yeah, this is fun.
Okay. So.
Talisker Storm is a salty Band-Aid, which is somehow good. I don't get much Band-Aid in Talisker. I'll get more Band-Aid in like Ardbeg and sometimes the Chig and stuff. But yeah.
Love everything. Good. All right. Oh shit.
Yeah. No, we're signing off here now anyway. Yeah, we had some.
All right.
But just before we do sign off, folks, tell us where you're signing in from. We talked about a couple people who were here and where they're from, like Chelsea and Eugene. But Rob, Peter, Ben, Steven, Daily Dram Montreal, we probably know where you're from. Tell us where you're watching from tonight. Just before we head out. Steven's in BC. Cool. Gene likes generic bandages. Again, I'm a fan of the weird, nasty Band-Aid Pete. Cam Loops. Yeah, Rob, Athens, Georgia. That's right. Yeah.
Georgia.
Spruce Grove, Whiskey A from Lacombe. Nice.
Lacombe.
Yeah. Lacombe-ish.
Ish.
So where exactly? Tell us where exactly. Red Deer for Ben. Fort McMurray for me. Soupy, what about you?
Ottawa, brother.
Ottawa. Who else? Chelsea's Calgary. I think that's it.
I'm a hit.
Where are you coming from, Peter? I think that's everybody that's in right now. Again, Daily Dram Montreal, who probably can.
We'll assume he's from Montreal. Bienvenue.
Gene,
That's my home. That's my hometown, by the way, Montreal. Montreal. I grew up in Montreal.
Gene, where you joining us from? Maple Ridge for Clay
Yeah, Clay's it.
and
And
Castor for me. Toronto for Gene. Very cool.
so Toronto.
Yeah, so there it is, folks. We got people from all over the place.
All right.
Very, very fun talking to everybody, shooting shit, busting each other's chops. That was fun, folks. Thanks for joining us. I do appreciate
Yeah.
it, Stevie. Thanks for graciously being my host.
Thank
Chelsea,
you for having me.
for everyone, when I say I love you all as well, thank you. Thank you for spending an hour and 15 minutes with us tonight. This was fun conversation. Hope to see you all back again. Maybe we can talk a little bit more about bourbon. Maybe we can talk a little bit more about Scotch or Irish or rye or Canadian or whatever. Maybe some stogies.
It doesn't really matter what's in your glass as long as it's whiskey.
I agree. When you're given all kinds of choices on what to drink, choose
As long
right
as it's
and
whiskey.
choose Scotch. Yeah.
Okay, we're seeing a pattern over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Choose Scotch, everybody. Cheers. We're out of here.
Cheers. All right. Cheers, brother.
Cheers, folks. Thanks again. Hopefully, we'll see you here pretty soon. Okay.
Cheers. Fun night.